You're watching The Morning Show on CKWS.
All right. Well, trees obviously are a beautiful thing to have on your property. They're lovely to look at. They create a lot of shade, but sometimes they can cause problems beneath the ground. And Matt Lee from Royal LePage is here to talk more about that today. So, Matt, what do we need to be thinking about when we think about, number one, trees that we have on the property already growing, and number two, trees that we might want to plant?
So if you have a tree that's on the property and you just, home inspectors, when they come in, they're kind of give you a little bit of advice on the outside, but as a potential purchaser, you want to look and you want to kind of see from inside where the sewer line is going out to the road and just see if there's a tree in the front yard and how far away it is. Or if you're in the country, it's the same thing with the septic tile bed. I mean, there might be a tree off to the side, but the root system does go quite wide.
People would be surprised maybe how wide a root system can travel? Yeah,
so they would say that an oak or a maple, they say that the root system is twice as large as the bloom that you're looking at.
Wow.
So if you're having something, it's going to cover a lot of ground. Yeah, exactly.
Let's take a look at a couple of pictures to demonstrate exactly what we're talking about here. Okay, so this first picture kind of shows exactly what you're talking about. You see the bloom there of the tree, and you see how underground it's much larger.
Exactly, and tree roots will go for water. They will hunt out any source of water, which you have your sewer pipe that's going in, and if there's any sort of small hairline crack, it will push in and push out, and basically it'll grow within that crack. It'll get in, it'll clog that section. There is the ability to have those lines scoped. The City of Kingston has a team that will actually come out and do that for a charge if you're in the middle of a conditional period and you have it written in and everybody understands. It's not a bad idea to do as a homeowner to double check anyways.
So they basically get down there and they look to see if this is happening.
Yeah, so they have a clean out inside the house that they take this cap off and they actually shove a camera all the way through out to the road so they can see if there's actually anything.
Okay.
And you can actually see if there's roots at the time in there.
Okay,
so
let's take a look at another picture here, kind of demonstrating an issue that a tree can cause when it comes to a home that you're looking to purchase or the home that you live in now. This is the outside of a home.
Exactly. So what we see here is that you have this mature tree that's sitting close to the house, and what it's done is likely pushed the root system against the foundation itself, and it's causing some movement down below, which is causing that brick to drop.
It looks like steps almost.
Yeah. So there's a couple different reasons that this can happen, but one is tree root system. Another is that if that eaves trough is leaking and it's running down the side of the house. But those two reasons, you'd have to narrow in and maybe dig up the corner and just see exactly what's happening. But a tree root system 100% can cause this issue.
Powerful enough to do that. Okay, let's take a look at the next picture now. So this is, I guess, kind of showing in detail what that would look like underground.
Exactly. So you're seeing how wide a tree root system could go, and basically it can push against the house. It will wrap around the side of the house. It is very powerful, and basically if it pushes against it and has enough room or any weakness, it will push and cause that crack. So it is an expensive fix. So you want to make sure that you try to get ahead of it so it doesn't cause you that expense.
Yeah, so for anybody with a home that is brick or looking to purchase a home that is brick, definitely looking to see these lines that in the pattern here. That's something you got to be wary of.
Absolutely, and even if it's not brick, you're going to look at the foundation itself. Get down further and look at that because you'll see cracks closer to the ground as well, because it will cause that damage. And what you don't want is a leaky basement either. I mean, if it cracks that block foundation, or if it cracks a poured foundation, it will cause a spot for moisture to get in.
Wow.
So
okay.
You wanna
Okay. Another graphic here to put up, illustrating the damage that can be caused by tree root systems here. So this is one where I believe we have the sewer main, and here come the roots.
Yeah, we have the same. So basically, there's a couple things, and it's showing a grease trap. Never dump grease down your sewer line or into a septic, either one. The root system again will show you a different damage piece, and then basically make sure that it's not anywhere close to the septic tank itself, because it will actually fill the septic tank with roots. So you want to make sure you stay away from that.
Okay, let's move on now here. Here are some other signs that you might see.
So this is something that can happen in the city, or basically anywhere. I mean, you have your interlocking brick, and you've decided that you want to plant a tree right beside your interlocking path up to the house, and over time the roots get bigger, and they're going to travel underneath the ground at a shallow level, and basically it's going to cause heaving with, especially in our climate.
Yeah. All right. So, all signs to look for. Some great information there. Thanks, Matt Lee.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll be right back on the morning show.
Real estate tips brought to you by Matt Lee of Royal LePage.